Hello boo sugars, welcome to my channel and let's get into this glitter look, boo. I'm going to start off with this clear brow gel by Essence. I'm just going to lay my brows in place. Now I'm just using some concealer to sculpt under my eyebrows to give myself a nice and defined shape. The concealer that I'm using is MAC Cosmetics Studio Finish Concealer in the color NW25. It is a very nice and thick concealer. It's perfect for sculpting brows and defining the brows as well. I'm using I think it's a 242 brush just to get some precise lines. And the next thing I'm going to do is, after I put the concealer on, I like to blend it with a 224 brush, and I'm just speeding this process up. And you just want to make sure you don't have any harsh lines and that you lay a nice base for your eyeshadow. You don't want to see where one line or one color ends or where another line or color begins. And so yeah, I just make sure I have it nice and clean and neatly blended. Now I'm going to use this JUVIA'S FUMI palette, and I am just going in the crease with this like neutral pink. And I'm using this as my transition color because this is a very popping and vibrant look that I'm going for. And I like to go heavy in my crease with my transition color because I like for my colors to blend in, and it does show up really good on camera when you go in a little heavier with your transition color. Oh, and by the way, this color is called Sister to Sister. I really like this palette, and I'm using this 224 brush to blend that eyeshadow in as well. And this is the same 224 brush that I use to blend my concealer. I try my best to not use too many brushes because as an artist I hate having to use all my brushes on one person, and when I have like another client or I have to do my makeup, my brushes are all dirty. So I like to minimize my brushes, and I like to have a rule of not using anything more than maybe 3 or 4 brushes per makeup application or setting. So I'm using this Sister on this side as well to be my transition color, so that my bright pinks and purples that I'm going to use can blend right into that color with no problem. And so as I did on the other side, you want to make sure you're building that color up heavier on the ends. And I'm going back in. I love to make sure my colors are blended. Now I'm going in with 7. It is a bright fuchsia color that's in the palette, and I want to build some depth on my lid. So I'm focusing more on the outer edges with 7. This color is extremely bright. The camera does it no justice. This FUMI palette is extremely beautiful, and the colors in the palette can also be used as blushes. They make perfect blushes on like any skin tone, and they're super duper uber pigmented. And so I'm using the same 224 brush. I didn't really have to wipe it off because they were kind of in the same color family. So I am just blending away and just softening that color up as I go towards the bridge of my nose. And I'm going in circular and windshield wiper motions. As you get closer to the base of the lid and you're using darker colors, you definitely want to blend even more, because that's where those harsh lines can come in and the colors can get extremely patchy. And these colors go so well on top of that NW25 Studio Finish Concealer. As you can see, it's not creating any, like harsh lines or making it like I got punched in the face or nothing like that, boo sugar. Like, this is legit. So yeah, I am doing the same thing on the other side, getting those as evenly as possible and blending my life away. And also another thing you want to do, be mindful of your eye shape. My lids are pretty small, so I don't go all the way in. Now I'm taking Adrienne and Olay, and I am using those 2 colors, and I am just dragging those colors towards the base of my lid, and I'm going all over the front, well, the center of my lid with Adrienne, that beautiful deep purple color. If Heroine by MAC was a eyeshadow, it would be Adrienne. At one point in time, he did have an eyeshadow called Heroine, but I never got a chance to get it. And I'm using the same 224 brush and I am patting that eyeshadow on the lid so it can have a soft look. I didn't want to use like a flat brush because I didn't want to pack this color on there too heavy, because it wasn't going to do anything but create a lot of fallout. This palette is a definite pressed pigment palette, and with pressed pigments you don't want to put too much on a shader brush because, like I said, it creates massive fallout. Now I am using this Anastasia Halloween glitter kit. I'm so excited. I got this thing for free and I love it. I got it was free with purchase, and I'm gonna use this deep purple and this fuchsia glitter, and I'm just using my petri dish and I'm mixing both of those glitters together. One of them is kind of a holographic glitter and another one's just kind of like a solid color, and I'm using this glitter adhesive by Anastasia, and I really like the way it it adhered to the lid. And I'm just using my MAC eyeshadow brush, and I'm using a shader brush for this step because you do want something flat and more paddle-like to place the glitter on the lid. I usually like to opt for my fingers, but this adhesive is so thin, which is good. It's kind of like a watery adhesive. It just does better with a brush. And I am just gradually building that glitter on my lid. I'm going to focus mainly towards the front of the lid, like towards the bridge of my nose, and not going too far past the pupil. And I'm doing the same thing on the other side. And I'm going to take a little excess glitter and pop it slightly above my crease. Not a lot, just a few little specks, because my lids are hooded and they're very tight. So when I open my eye, I don't want all the glitter to disappear. So that's why I'm going to kind of pop a little glitter towards the crease of my eye, so it can just give the illusion that I have a larger lid. So and this adhesive also, it works, you gotta work very quickly with this adhesive because it dries so freaking fast, and that's something I learned the hard way with it. But overall, I really like it. This is my first time trying that product and I was impressed. Now I'm using my NYC liner. I'm not going to do a wing liner with this look. I don't like the way my glitter gets caught in the liner, so I'm not going to do a wing liner. And then, of course, my eyes are hooded and my glitter, I want all of my glitter to show, so I didn't want the wing to take away from the glitter on my lid. And I'm just lining really close to my lash line. Now I'm using MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof in C46, and I'm going to spritz my face with some Hangover RX setting spray or prepping spray. And I already lined my eyes with a pink liner by LA Girl Cosmetics, and I'm just using my ColourPop brush and I'm blending that foundation all over my skin. And this foundation, I love it. It gives a satin finish and it's just like skin. And y'all, if I'm talking a little low, it's because I'm tired. So yeah, but yeah, I'm just doing that, putting it on my face. I usually use a sponge, but I want to use a brush this go around. I really do like using this particular ColourPop brush with this foundation, because the foundation, it is liquid, but it's kind of creamy as well, but it's not heavy at all, and it gives medium to full coverage, and it's extremely buildable. And now I'm using these Fenty sticks. These are some new products that I have. Everything I use in this video is new, as a matter of fact. Stuff I haven't tried before. So I am just using truffle to carve a little contour around my face. And I usually don't do a whole lot of face contouring, and I don't really care for a lot of heavy creams, but I love these sticks, and I had never gotten them until just now, and I really hate that I did not try them a lot sooner. I feel that this is definitely going to be a staple product in my makeup routine. They blend out so easily, but you know, who am I to tell y'all? Y'all already knew these before I did. I'm the late one, I'm the sucker, so I'm just not finding out about how good these are. So yes, I'm just taking that same brush I used to apply my foundation, and I'm blending in that contour. Look at them edges, bitty bees. Where is Marty and Pam when you need them? Yeah, and I'm just taking that concealer. This is caramel, I believe, and I'm just going under my eyes to give myself a little highlight. And I'm going to take that same brush that I use for my foundation, and I'm also going to blend that as well. And I also took some concealer and I just defined my nose. I usually don't contour my nose, but I mean, this is an extra glam look, so why not? So I'm just, contouring my nose, and I'm also going to blend that concealer out around my eyes, my cupid's bow, my forehead, you name it. So you can just have a nice seamless highlight. Also keep in mind, this is a cream. I also put the rum concealer on top, highlight on top. This is a cream, so you don't want to be too heavy-handed with the cream because it's going to be very, very thick and cakey. So I am very lightly adding that product and not doing a lot, and just blending as much as I possibly can, because cream, it's beautiful, it has a wonderful finish, but when you use too much, baby, you gonna look like a whole wedding cake, 2 cupcakes, a brownie, and a sugar cookie. Yeah. So now I'm taking this MAC Binding bronzer, and I'm just going over that contour to add a little more depth to my face so it won't look so flat and washed out. And honey, just blending it, honey. You know what I'm saying? Blending it junk like the blender that they lady threw at the customer at McDonald's and gave her a black eye. My bad. So, yeah, and, feeling myself. I ain't even done, but I'm doing the most. I play too much. And so, yeah, I'm just gonna take a little intermission here. And drum roll. Okay, too soon. Voila. And that is my finished look. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and join my Slay Nation. Also follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to grow my channel, and let me know how y'all like this video. Love y'all, boo sugars, and y'all come back and see me. You hear me? Come back and see me, and let me know what other tutorials you like to see, babe. And I'm out this joint. Bye bye now.